Toyota, I choose you. No, no.
What? No. We are not starting this video with a Logan Paul joke. No. No. So here's a company I thought I would never talk about, Toyota. And first of all, please don't support Logan Paul. In the intro. So it's so weird. I thought I was done covering CES after talking about Samsung and LG, and then I go on CNET and Mr. Mobile. Peace to you, Michael Fisher. And I find out there's quite a few other products that they showed at CES, and I didn't really plan about talking about car companies, mainly because I do like cars. I do have an interest of going on car websites and watching CNET on Cars and Cars.com. There's other channels I watch, Motor Week, and learning about things like, learning about engines, miles per hour, learning about some of the latest, particularly like sports and luxury cars. I don't know. Oh, and when it comes to the Toyota side, I might have an interest in buying a Toyota Corolla IM, only because it looks like a pretty cool hatchback that can succeed the PT Cruiser I currently drive. Although, if I could choose any car, it would be more like the Lexus LS500, which Lexus is a Toyota division, so that counts, I guess. I'm not fanboying Toyota or anything. The family car when I was growing up was a Toyota Camry station wagon, which was given away because it was starting to break down. But anyway, before I talk too much about Toyota and make this a Toyota fanboy video, even though I haven't been in a Toyota for years, we're talking about, well, except Steven's car, but basically, I think Toyota is a good brand, but I'm not their fanboy. So anyway, why are we talking about Toyota today? Well, at CES, their CEO Akio Toyoda, with a D, not a T, for the people online that can't spell his name, unveiled something called the E-Palette, and basically he was saying, hey, we know, he literally said about only 1% of cars in the US are electric cars, so what are we going to do to entice more people to buy electric cars before, I believe he said that they're going to make all the Toyotas and Lexus cars electric by 2025. Don't take that with a grain of salt. I'm not totally sure, but I'm sure about is with E-Palette. And basically, E-Palette, I basically look at E-Palette like it is the taco truck of the future. That's at least I could put it in the way I put it comedically, because, well, actually, before I explain it, I'm going to let the video from Toyota CES conference explain it, because I think it can do a much better job of enticing you. So, here it is.
ePalette. Enter the ePalette business ecosystem. On-demand retail experience. ePallet acts as a mobile shop or showroom. The mobile e-marketplace meets you when and where it's convenient for you. First, choose products you're requesting online. Multi-purpose moving space. The meaning of transportation may change. Travel time is no longer driving time. It's increased efficiency and productivity time. Mobile personal shops. Enable you to sell your personal items. Personal mobile marketplace. Individualized ePallet showroom with retail functionality. On-demand city. Many types of services can gather, blurring the lines between brick and mortar, retail, and e-commerce. Our vision of future mobility services and mobility commerce.
Okay, so as you can see, basically ePallet, like I said, is not only the taco truck of the future, but it's basically the service car of the future. As you see in the video, it can be used to sell merchandise, like you buy something off of Amazon, let's say, and when the Amazon ePallet car comes, you can not only pick up your order, but you can see more merchandise. As you saw in the video, they used a shoe store example. It can also be used as like a laboratory, like let's say you're designing a robot, you can get in the ePallet and finish up designing the robot with computer screens and all in the ePallet on your way to go meet your, let's say, partners. And it can also be used as a restaurant, a flea market. So Toyota is planning to debut the ePallet at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics and Paralympics, and they're partnering with companies like Uber, Amazon, Mazda, Pizza Hut, and Didi, which I believe is a driving service in China. So like a lot of these CES products I've talked about, while it's not a mass market product just yet, although I could imagine them getting cheaper and smaller businesses using the e-pallets to sell people their merchandise and all, it is definitely something I could see becoming more commonplace in the future. I mean, hell, they're already announcing you're going to be seeing e-pallets in just a couple years. So, and they're also going to come in a free sizes. I wouldn't be surprised if it came in more sizes, like larger sizes to accommodate more people. So, yeah, so my thoughts on the e-pallet, I think it's a really cool concept as far as, you know, getting businesses to, you know, whether it be to sell people more merchandise. And as you saw in the example, you can have multiple e-pallets form a sort of city. So if, for example, if you had a bunch of e-pallets in one area, one can be used for medical services, and the multiple ones can be used for shopping, and then others can be used for like restaurants. So it's so funny. I first thought when they said, oh, we're going to use e-pallets to form flea markets in cities, I thought, what the hell? Are they going to make like a giant e-pallet? You know, it's like the city of e-pallet in California, population 5 people. But it's funny. I saw the video, and even my sister brought up, no, they're going to have like multiple e-pallets perform multiple services. So in concept, I could definitely see that working. Like, hell, that might even be the future of Coachella. Like, could you imagine, like, Coachella 2021, they'll have multiple e-pallets for serving food and maybe people selling outfits? I mean, that honestly could definitely see that happening. So, I mean, I honestly could see that happening. And I almost forgot to mention the e-pallet is totally autonomous and it is an electric car. So basically, it will be a self-driving car. I am hoping there will be some way of the driver being able to, or at least one of the people on board being able to be on the wheel, because, you know, like, let's say the e-pallet ends up driving in the wrong lane, and the person driving will have to be the one to get behind the wheel and turn the car around. At least in the first, let's say, decade of the e-pallet being out there. I mean, I myself haven't been in self-driving cars. I know they don't have that high of an accident rate, but given that, you know, the e-pallet will be one of the first, I think it should be, there should be some way of being able to manually operate the e-pallet. So, yeah. And also, another thing is you can change what the e-pallet does over the course of 24 hours. So maybe, let's say, when you get your e-pallet going in the morning, let's say at 7 o'clock, it can be ready to pick up your friends. And then at noon, it can be ready to serve food. And then the next hour, you'll be doing your business meeting, which I have a feeling that they might try to sell the e-pallet as, hey, you can have your business meeting in that, which I think technically speaking, that's a possibility, especially with the 5G coming out there. You can definitely do some sort of video conferencing, but it is kind of strange if they were to sell it as the moving business meeting, like, you know, you can't wait until you get there. You really have to just start, you know, talking right then and there. I don't know. But yeah, I think the e-pallet is a really cool concept. If they can get it right as far as it's safe to drive, and it can help businesses you know, sell merchandise, or, you know, using multiple e-pallets to form a sort of pseudo city, I think it can definitely work out well. So I do have to say, I think the e-pallet will be great in terms of getting better business, but I'm not really sure as far as accomplishing the goal of getting more people to drive not only electric but autonomous cars. I'm not really sure, because the person that's driving the e-pallet or experiencing the e-pallet are going to be the employees that are inside the e-pallet. It's not really going to be a thing where, I mean, they're not. It's not going to be a thing where it's like, you know, if an e-pallet comes to your house, like, let's say pizza, and it's like, oh, hey, here's your pizza. You want to take a ride on the e-pallet? I just honestly can't see them doing that. So since the customer isn't going to be the one riding around the e-pallet, I'm not really sure if it's really going to boost sales, especially if electric sales in the US are already as low as 1%. I think that's a case because, one, people buy older cars because they're cheaper, and also because hybrid and electric cars tend to cost more since the technology is newer than a gas-powered car. So, alright guys, this has been Blood Moon Bobby, and thanks for watching. Hey guys, this has been a Blood Moon Bobby video. Please like this video or dislike it, and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.